G'day folks, welcome back to another episode of Pete's Investing, and today we've got a special edition on the channel. We're looking at a Korean stock as requested by our viewer. Difference today is the chart will be developed using Yahoo Finance charts instead of my usual charting software. Of course, you can apply the same indicators to whatever charting software you use, such as TradingView, etc. This video is also a Pete's Investing +1 video, which means I'll break it down into simple terms and slowly build a chart, then show you how to trade the stock. So don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button to support the channel. First, look at the outlook for CLOBOT, the Korean stock, which has got a ticker code of 466100. So as of today, June 24, the stock performance, CLOBOT's share price has surged approximately 99% year to date, reaching 21,350 Korean won, with a 52-week range of 5,660 to 24,250. Market capitalization, the company's market cap stands at about 527.5 billion Korean won. The financials for first quarter 2025, revenue was 4.92 billion Korean won, a 37.5% increase year over year. Net income, loss of 2.96 billion, narrowing by 23.6 compared to the previous year. EBIT, negative 1.2 billion, showing a 17.95% improvement. The balance sheet, total assets of 71.48 billion Korean won, total liabilities 13.97 billion, cash and short-term investments at 53.48 billion won, 152.6% increase year over year. Price to book ratio 8.33. Operations, CLOBOT specializes in robot software for industrial applications, including logistics, automation and manufacturing. Recent developments, the company was added to the S&P Global PMI Index in March 2025, reflecting increased investor interest. CLOBOT's strong revenue growth and improved financial metrics indicate a positive trajectory. Investors should monitor its path to profitability and market expansion efforts. So what I've got here is the finished product. This is on Yahoo Finance, and I'm using the Super Trend and CCI 150, and I'll explain how to add these to your chart and also how to incorporate them in your trading. So first go to the Yahoo Finance page, and on the top on the search criteria, you put in the company name. In this case, we're using CLOBOT or 466100, and that should bring up under the summary the Korean stock we're looking at today as a viewer request. So there's a few things here you can look at in terms of dividends, price to earnings ratio, and so on, and the latest price, obviously. So what we do is we go to the chart, and eventually, Yahoo Finance is probably not the most effective tool to use, but we're demonstrating just to keep it really simple. So I've got a little chart here, and what we're going to do is click on this arrow to expand the screen. So the basic screen should look something like this. Now this is a 1 minute chart by default it's come up with. We're going to change that down here. Change that 1 minute, we're going to make it 1 hour. So that's the hourly chart. So it depends what time frame you're trading, and we're assuming you're trading on the 1 hour, and that's what I've been told by the user. So what we do now is we're going to add the indicators. So first thing we do is go up the top here, it's got indicators. Click on that and put in the search, we're going to put in Super Trend. Super Trend shows up, click on that. Now I've got the default period 7 multiplier 3. That's what you should use. And once you've set up the period 7 multiplier 3, click on done. And that's what you should get. You got these arrows showing potentially where to buy, green arrows, and red arrows potentially where to sell. Now you're not going to use that. I'll show you what you're going to use. You're going to use the green arrows, but we're not going to use the red arrows. So what we do now is go to the indicators again, and we're going to put in the commodity channel index. Now the default period may be something like 20. We're going to change that to 150. Everything else stays the same, and click on done. And that's the CCI 150 down there. Now what you can do here as well, you can just expand that window a bit to give it a bit more visibility. Now the reason I use a 150 and not the 20, I like, because when it's a 150, it very closely aligns. If you look at that, the chart pattern of the price and the pattern of the CCI, they're very closely aligned. I'll explain why that's important in a minute. So the next thing we do is on the CCI 150, go back to indicators and put in a search for moving averages. So moving average, keep it simple, moving average. We don't need anything else. And we're going to change that period from 50 to 20. And we're going to change the field from close. We're going to change that to result CCI 150, which is what this is down here. So we're going to add the moving average to the CCI 150. So click on that. See that red line? That's the moving average on the CCI 150. Click done. So now we're ready. So basically, we've got now the super trend on the price chart and the CCI 150 with the moving average 20 applied to it. Okay, so now we've set up the chart. So how do we trade it? So let's go back. This is the 1 hour chart again. So let's go back to a bit of history and test it. Now I can't back test this on my normal charting software because I haven't got CLOBOT as one of the instruments. So we're going to have to do this manually. So what we do back here, let's start back in this area. The first thing we do is we look at to make sure two things align. We want to make sure that the green arrows are showing on the super trend, and also want to see the white line, the CCI 150, above the red line, the moving average 20. Also, you want to see the red line curving up. You want to be in an uptrend. So this might have been potentially a downtrend. You want to see that break above. So you want to see the red line starting to curve up. So you would have got in there. So let's do this. What I want you to look at is this C value up here. So when I position the cursor there, I want you to look at that, and we'll keep a note of how much we're gaining. So you buy there. See the C value is, or the close is 11,770. You stay in it. Now here you potentially would have closed it out. 11,770, you would have closed it there because the white line broke below the red line. So you close it out. 11,770 to 11,260. So you lost about 500 points there. Okay, no big deal. Then you'll notice we're still under the green super trend, and now the red line's still curving up, and it's broken above again. So in the next hour you buy. So now you buy. The close is 13,360. You stay in the trade 13,360, and you close it out when a white line breaks below 2650. So that's about 7,000 points you've made in that little rise. Now notice we're not using the red arrows to exit. Why? Because the CCI 150 gives you an earlier warning. Getting out there, it's right near the top there on that red candle there. Let me just zoom in a bit. Oops, a bit too far. So if we stop there, see that it gets out there. You get out at the close. Look at the close to 2650. Whereas if you left it till there, 16,690, you've lost about 4,000 or 5,000 points. So you want to get out when this white line crosses below the red. Ignore those red arrows. Okay, so keep following it. Now you'll notice here the red line's flat and the white breaks above it, and you've got the green arrows, so you buy. And the buy there, or the close, is 18,150. It breaks below there, 18,150 to 18,100, so you lost 50 points. Okay, don't worry about it. It's going to happen. You're going to lose some points. Now in this case, the red line starts declining, going in a downtrend. So you want to ignore any buy opportunities. So let's keep going. So what we're looking for now is the red line to start curving up, and also the green super trend, green arrows. So you can see here the red line starts curving up, and you've got the green super trend arrows, and you've got the white breaking above the red line, and that one there. So now you've got there, the close is 17,970. Stay in the trade. It breaks below 17,970, 17,920. So you lost 50 points again. Next hour, you buy 19,160. Stay in the trade until that point. What do we say? It was 19,160 to 21,100. So you made almost a couple of thousand points on that. So you sell that out on that one there. Now notice the CCI is dropping off. Now the price has gone up a bit. Don't worry about it. Don't follow it. Let it go. Now notice here the CCI breaks higher, but notice that the red line is going in a downtrend. So don't buy. All right, you want to see the red line going up like it was here. So if it's going down, ignore it. Eventually you get red arrows, which means you don't buy anything. Keep going. So what we're looking for now is green arrows, which are there. Super trend is green arrows, and also the red line is curving up, and the CCI is also above the red line. So on that one, the close is 19,610. Keep going, 19,610 to there. Close 20,050. So you made about 400 points on that little trade. Again, notice where you get out there. It's earlier than getting out there. So again, ignore the red arrows. Keep going until you get to this. Whoops, where are we? I think I've lost it. Was it back here? There, you buy. Now, hang on, you probably won't buy there because it's the red line's curving down. You probably want to buy when it starts curving up here. So now it's in the super trend is green, and the red arrow starts curving up. So you probably want to buy it about there somewhere. Okay, the close there is 18,150, and you sell it at that point there. If it touches it or breaks below, you sell it. 18,150, and the close is 19,300. So you made about over 1,000 points on that. Now in this case, it's the red arrows. You ignore it. Goes down. Notice here it breaks above, and it looks like it's above and it's the red line is moving up. But notice here we've got red arrows, the super trend. So ignore it. Don't do anything. So let's wait for green arrows. Got green arrows coming up right here. Now again, the green arrow super trend, the CCI is above the moving average, and the moving average is starting to turn up. So you get in on one of these candles. Doesn't really matter which one. They're all about the same at the moment. So let's say you got in on that one. Close is 18,580, and you get out on that one 18,205. So you lost about 250 points. Okay, don't cry. These things happen. Again, wait for the green arrows there. The red the moving average is moving up. The CCI is above the moving average. Green arrows, so you buy. Close is 19,040, and you get out there 19,720. So you made about 500, 600 points. Now keep going. Notice the price started declining. The CCI started falling. Red super trend arrows. And then you got these green arrows again. Again, super trend green. CCI is above the moving average. So you buy there. 18,190 is the close. 18,190. And the close there is 18,000. So you lost about 190 points. The CCI drops off. You got red super trend arrows. And finally, the latest one you would have done, the super trend green there. The CCI is above the red line. So you would have bought there at 17,670, and now you'd still be in the trade at 21,350. So you made about 3,000 or 4,000 points on that. Again, wait for this white line to cross below the moving average red line to close it. Just to if you're in the trade now. If you're not in the trade now, don't buy. Wait for this to set up a new entry signal. You want to enter the trade when you got super trend starting here, and the red moving average is bullish, moving up, and the CCI is above the red line. Okay, hopefully that was useful to the newbies out there. If you're sort of learning how to trade, this is not my normal trading strategy, but in terms of a simple trading strategy, you can adopt this and run it off Yahoo Finance and follow it on the hourly or the daily or whatever time frame you're trading. But remember, stick to the rules. The rules are super trend must be green, starting from there preferably. The moving average on the CCI 150 must be starting to turn up, and the CCI must be above the moving average of the CCI 150. Close out the position when the CCI breaks below the moving average there, and ignore the red arrows here. Okay. So again, feel free to give me any suggestions, any comments, any requests. If you've got any other stocks you want me to look at, if I can find them, I'll demonstrate for you as best I can. So if you're new to trading, we are now including the Pete's Investing Plus One videos, and this was one of those videos. And these are a dumbed down version of our strategies and help give you a better insight into our analysis and help you follow our daily trades. And if you enjoy the content, subscribe at least on the free trial to my Patreon page, where I publish weekly bullish shares across various regions of the world's markets. Thanks, and talk to you in our next video.